Hello everyone, hopefully you all are doing fine. So just a few more slides before we can finally put our hands onto the code. So first of all, let us learn what exactly is JavaScript. JavaScript is, first of all, in simple terms, it is a programming language. It is an interpreted weakly type language. By weakly type language means in languages like C, C++, while defining a variable, you need to mention specific data types. Suppose if your name is Tanzim, you need to say that it is a string. While if your marks are number, you need to also say that marks is a number. In JavaScript, you don't need to mention this. That's a different story if you're using TypeScript, but in Java, okay. So in JavaScript, it is a loosely typed language, means you don't need to mention any specific data types. JavaScript is not pre-compiled, it is compiled on the fly, which means that languages like C, C++, Java, these languages, as far as I know that these are already compiled before the code is executed. That is, the whole of the code, your source code, is put in a separate file. On the other hand, JavaScript is compiled on the fly, means while you run the code is executed line by line and it is executed on the go. That is, JavaScript is executed at runtime. So, and JavaScript is also a high-level language, means the language is a bit far from the machine in comparison to low-level languages, C, C++. So, if you want to study more, you can go to Google and search. So, let us see what are some of the use cases of JavaScript. Okay, add interactivity to a browser. This is still popular today, though you can run JavaScript outside of the browser too, but it is the reason probably I like JavaScript the most. If you're making a website, literally, if you're even making a normal website without any single page applications, you still need a bit of interactivity. Then there is, don't worry about these terms, we will get to know all of these in the future. Fetching information without page reload. Yes, so it's like you want to fetch some data from a search, so you can just search without any page reload. It can be used outside of the browser with runtime environments like Google Chrome's V8 engine, Mozilla SpiderMonkey. So let me show you a bit of example. If we go to our Twitter, now first of all, if we just type this icon, we see a card appears. It says add an existing account or log out. If we again type this, it disappears. So this is called toggling. And the other thing is, let me show you. If you type something, keep on typing. Okay, let us keep on typing, and you see the blue circle here. So which means we have a lot of characters. Now it becomes yellow. It gives me a warning that I have only 4 characters left. And now I am -8 characters, means I have already exceeded the characters. And you already see the button here is disabled. So if I want to enable the button, yeah, so now I can tweet this. This would be a very funny tweet. Okay, so if we search something, so we can get live results. This is through a technology called Ajax. And previously what we had to do is, before Ajax, we needed to search this and send a request to, if we did it directly using ASP, PHP or something like this, Java, we needed to search and we need to press enter, the page would reload and then you would get all the search results. But now you can see all the suggestions here are generated and you can search any of them. So that is very a plus point. And now let us go on to the next slide. Yeah. So JavaScript is exclusively used on the web, but it is not just limited, its domain is not limited to the web. You can use it in front end with React, Vue, Svelte, Angular. On the back end, using runtime environments, as I've said previously, Google Chrome's V8 engine, Mozilla SpiderMonkey, Node and Dino. Dino and Node is created by the same guy named Ryan Dahl. So backend frameworks, there is Express, Koa, Nest, Adonis. For mobile, you can use React Native, Ionic, Cursor. So by React Native, you can make cross-platform mobile applications, that is the same code, one code base for Android and iOS. Is it better than native app? No, it's not better, but it's way more productive and it gets the job done for many small to medium scale, and even some good enterprises are using React Native, and its competitor is Flutter. So for desktop, we have Electron.js. Okay, so now let us write our first code. So if you open here, if you go here, it's already these things are given, but what I would do is instead I would open a separate file. Okay, let's open a separate folder, and if you right click, you'll see if you have VS Code installed, open with VS Code. Okay, so that is very simple, and here I will create 3 files: index.html, then I would create script.js. Okay, so here if you already know HTML, CSS, you know this, and by the use of script tag, I would connect script.js. Yeah, so these 2 files are connected, and you need to install something known as live server. Okay, live server. If you install this, it's by a guy named Ritvik Day, and the benefit of this is, let me show you this. Suppose we write something like this: console log hello world. Okay, so here VS Code is my editor of choice, but if you want to use anything else, that's fine. So here if you do like this and run and search, like open it in Mozilla. Okay, and here if you yes, this is fine, but every time you write something else, you make a change, hello world changed. Okay, this will not refresh automatically. You need to reload it each and every time. But if you're using something like live server, if you have already installed, when you right click on the HTML file, you find this, or you can use Alt L and Alt O, whatever, if you want shortcut. So if you see, okay, this already opens here. Now my default browser is Microsoft Edge or Edge Chromium, whatever you say. So hello world changed, and if I even write this again, hello world change again, you see it's updated automatically. And here the update, here I still have to reload. Okay, so yeah, if I kept the default browser as Mozilla, it would open in Mozilla, but here you see hello world changed again. And here if we again write something like okay, brown fox jumps quickly over the lazy dog. Okay, the speciality of this sentence is it has got all alphabets. It has got all the English alphabets. Okay, so like if you count, you can see it has got all the 26 alphabets of English. So this can be an interview question. And if you go here, yes, it reloads it, but here if you see, we need to reload this again. So that is very much it. And for now we know how to link our HTML with our script.js. But here, if you have already installed Node.js, and you need to install Node.js because you'll need it one way or the other. This is the version, and we would just run our, unless and until we are interacting with the DOM, we are doing something like changing color, changing line, changing texts. These things we need to go to the DOM, but before going to the DOM, we will use it like this. If you want, you can also check on the browser each and every time you make a change. So now if I run this, yes, and now if I comment this out, and if we see here, we would see that it doesn't appear anymore. but if we run the node of the file again, okay, it would give me this. Now if I delete the HTML file and run this, would it work? Let's see. Yes, so it still works, and that's fine, but it would not work here now. So now let us if we control, okay, let's create a new HTML file. So you see, even without an HTML file, you can run this script using Node. So I guess we have now learned how to link your HTML with the JavaScript, and now here is, so let us just go through the last phase. Okay, so there are some of the interview questions. Who is the creator of JavaScript? The creator of JavaScript is by a programmer named as Brendan Eich. He created JavaScript in 1995. He was hired by Netscape, and the main objective was to add some interactivity to the browser. The whole language was created in 10 days. It still surprises me. The both names of JavaScript were, first of all, it was named as Mocha, and later it was named as LiveScript. And finally it was named as JavaScript. Java and JavaScript are not same. They are entirely two different programming language. So JavaScript was named due to the reasons the name was kept similar to Java, because it was kept as a marketing move since Java was the most popular language back then. Where should we use script tag in our HTML file? The script tag here, we are using it in the body. Now let us copy and paste this and include it in the head tag. Yes. So now if you go, okay, it's not found somehow. Okay, I deleted it, sorry. And now if I run this again, yeah. So you see, yes, it gives us the same result, but while your script is loaded, first the the portion of the head is loaded, then the body. So if you include your script in the head tag, there is a high chance that since it starts reading from the head tag, it will be slow. Instead, you should include it in the body tag, and just at the end of the body tag, just one line before the end of the body tag is ended. So if you have many scripts, which you will eventually have while you're working in a project, you will include all of them one by one just at the end of the body tag. Okay, just in the body part at the end, if there are many script tags, you will link all of them. You will include before the ending tag, that's it. And if there was like script 2, script 3, you would include all of these line by line. So that's very much it, and I hope you guys are clear with these concepts. So I believe from the next episode or from the next tutorial, we will further dive into the code, and we don't need to explain these things again. So that's very much it, and bye bye.